Okay. Hello, my name is Michael Mann, and I suffer with OCD, obsessive compulsive behavior. I was a normal kid, ran around in the dirt, played on trains with toxic chemicals, everything, crawled through the sewers, whatever it was, I did it. Eat a mud patty. But around 13 years old, something strange happened. I started washing my hands, not 5, 10, maybe 100 times a day. This really wrought out my hands. It was very negative for me, but I couldn't stop. Also, I had other problems. I would have ideas about chemicals that I had walked upon them and would have to circle back and look on the ground. It wasn't once or twice, but multiple times, 10, 20, 30 times, and I would look at this item on the ground and somehow try and understand what it was. I wasn't a scientist. I don't know what white stuff is on the ground, but for some reason I thought I was sure it was cancer causing, and I had to decontaminate myself and my clothing. One time I remember walking 1 mile, and I couldn't get done for 3 hours till I got home. A lady came to me on the street and said, "You crying young boy who's just looking insane. What's wrong with you?" I said, "I'm fine. I'm fine. Go away. Leave me alone to my personal hell." When I met my wife, she was very understanding. She used to take me by the hand and drag me away from the cracks in the road and the white powders on the ground. So those were pretty much the rituals that I suffered from. The obsessions were also something really bad. I would think that if I were to think a bad thought, for example, when I was in work, and staple something, that I would be damned to hell. This didn't make sense because my religion doesn't have a hell, but all of a sudden I knew what theologians didn't know, that if I think a bad thought and staple something, I would end up in hell. This really caused problems because I had to unstaple the item, hit myself in the jaw, and then restaple the item on a good note. My boss didn't see this, but he saw that my productivity really lacked. So it caused a lot of problems at work with those and other types of rituals. When I was young, one of the most terrifying things was bullying. I had bullies in my life, but that wasn't the problem that they beat me up, stole my money. They did none of this. It was what I perceived that they would do. I was in the morning, and 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd have to turn on the TV till I left for school and try and drown out the thoughts of what the bullies would do to me that day. Now, many years later, highly medicated, take 3 medications for obsessive compulsive disorder, and they really have calmed it down. I consider myself in remission. They have negative side effects, but it comes down to quality of life issue. Do I suffer the side effects, or am I happy enough with the results? Since I don't feel I can have a complete high quality life without the medication, I accept the medication and the side effects as a trade-off. Will I ever get off the medication? Well, when my liver blows out and I can't take it anymore, maybe. But until that time, I'll continue taking the medication because I feel that the symptoms will come back. So, to summarize, some of the effects, besides the rituals and the description of them, is a feeling of being helpless in an endless loop, being held hostage in a situation that you cannot get out, feeling frustrated and angry in the beginning when no one had a diagnosis for me, and I thought I was crazy and would be committed for an unlimited amount of time. So I hope this gives you an insight to some of the items that you won't see in your book. Thank you for listening.